Hello and welcome to Obloni Electrical. So at this session, before we look at the names of the tools and the materials we are going to use for this project, we first of all want to have a working drawing. So from that drawing, we will be able to properly figure out the tools and equipment that we need to execute the project. And then from the same drawing, we will also have a clearer idea of the materials that we are going to need for the project. So the next step is that we look at the drawing for the project we have at hand. All right, so right now we are going to use the information we gathered to generate a drawing that will help us to continue with the wiring. So this simply means that we are going to have 6 switches in the wiring, 2 for bedroom, 2 for sitting area, 1 for washroom, 1 for porch. We are also going to have sockets, 3 in the sitting area, 3 in the bedroom, 1 at the porch. And so in all, we'll be seeing 7 sockets in the wiring, which will also show in this drawing. And then obviously, we're also going to have 4 lights in the wiring. Okay, so we have the switches and the fan regulators. We have our sockets, we have the lights, and then the fans. Now, you have to bear in mind that we want to do the wiring on this piece of paper so that if there is anything we want to correct or any adjustments we want to make, we do it and finalize it in the drawing before we start the actual wiring. Per the number of items we have, we can see that all those items are represented here. We have not left any out. All right, so the next thing we are going to do is to draw the conduit routes. That is the path that the various cables would take from the consumer unit to the switches, to the sockets, to the lamps, and to the fans that we have in the wiring. And we are going to do that considering all the necessary codes and standards that apply to conduit wiring. When doing conduit wiring, one important rule to consider is that in every conduit run, the space in the conduit that must be covered or that must be occupied by the cables that run through them should not cover more than 40% of the internal cross-sectional area of the conduit. So here we want to assume that we are not supposed to connect more than 4 sockets to one circuit. And so we would have to divide these sockets. 4 will connect to one circuit. So for this socket, we are going to provide 2 circuits. Now it means that from the earlier information about the conduit space, it means that we'll have to run 2 separate conduits from the consumer unit just for the sockets. And then when we come to the lighting circuit, with the lights and the fans that we are going to install in this wiring, we can safely connect all of them to one circuit But again, it is only advisable that if it is possible, divide the lighting circuit also into two circuits so that we give a certain part of the lighting circuit to a separate breaker, and then we give the other part to a separate breaker. And this is important so that in case there is something wrong with a part of the circuit and that part goes off, we can still have the other part working. All right, so basically, these are the things we have to know and consider before we finalize our drawing. So now that we know how many circuits we are going to generate and how we are going to wire them, we can start to create the conduit routes to all these accessories. So this drawing represents a practical situation as much as possible. These switches and regulators are going to control lights and fans at the top. So there must be a connection between some of these switches and then the lights. Okay, so that is what we are going to do next. For this switch at the porch, it is going to control this lamp. In reality, we will take that connection from here through this conduit, through here, and then it will drop here. So this is controlling only this one. So we are going to take the switch wire through here to the lamp here. So this is porch, then this is sitting area, let me call it hall. This is also hall. This is bedroom. Let me shorten it to say room. Then this is also room. Then this is washroom. Let me represent washroom with WC. This is light. This is light. This is fan. This is light. And this is light. So here, all right, so this space is our hall or sitting area. We can also say sitting room. Then this space is also for our bedroom. Here is our bedroom. So this space between here and here is bedroom. This is washroom. And then this is porch. Okay, so porch, sitting area, bedroom, washroom. So this switch is controlling this light. These two switches will control this lamp in the bedroom. And then these two switches will control this lamp in the hall. And then this switch is controlling the light in the porch. Alright, so we have established that we'll use this conduit route for the wire that will be going from here to this light. But here we are using two switches. So one of these switches must have a connection to the light. And so let's choose this switch to connect to the light. So from here, it comes to this light. Okay, then next we move to the bedroom. Here also, there are two switches. And so just as we did here, one of these switches must have a link to the lamp, and we'll use the same link to carry the fan wire from the regulator to the fan. Okay, so that also will have a connection from here, and from that it goes to the fan. Actually, for this particular connection, we may not use any branch here. Then our final connection will go from the switch in the washroom to the light in the washroom. Alright, so finally, this is what we have for our drawing, and this is what we are going to use to carry out the actual work. So with this, it's very simple for us to easily identify and count the number of switches, the type of switches, the number of sockets that we need for our wiring. The drawing also helped us to determine how many circuits we will need for the sockets and then how many circuits we will need for the lighting system. And that helps us to determine the size of consumer unit to use for our wiring. Alright, so with our drawing ready, we can now continue with the actual wiring. So at this point, I'll end this episode here and then we continue in the next video. In the next video, we are going to start a real practical wiring. And obviously, you cannot afford to miss that. In case you have not yet subscribed, please kindly do. And if you like what you watch, please click on the like, share this video, and let's meet in the next video.